As we head into more cold weather in the days and weeks ahead, it's important to remember our pets. Even though state law prohibits pet owners from leaving animals outside alone and without shelter in below freezing weather, we report on the news all the time about animals left in the cold to suffer.
Veterinarian and regular PTL contributor Dr. Mike Hutchinson is here to tell us how to make sure our pets are sheltered and safe, and also how quickly the cold can affect them. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. It's good to see you again. So it's always everybody thinks the puppies are the ones that we worry about. It's not. You think of a Chihuahua, short hair.
Right.
How quickly could that cool down? And 45 degrees is probably not warm enough for that dog. So we have to think about their age. Older arthritic dogs, dogs that are matted, their hair coats aren't insulating them properly, they haven't been kept up on their fur. All of those things can chill a pet very quickly, and so it's very serious, especially this time of year, that we don't leave them outdoors. And then if people leave them in dog houses, they think, okay, I have a dog house, so that's safe. Well, that's not necessarily true. It's got to block from the wind, it's got to make it so it's draft free. It's got to be off the ground a little bit so that they have insulation, otherwise the dampness comes up. And a lot of people will put bales of hay along the dog house. That's a good idea. Maybe get it up about 4 inches if they can, so it's not going to bring that dampness from the ground. And make sure there's a block for the draft coming in. I mean, that could be a flap. Some dogs don't like flaps, and they chew it down. But even having a wall so they can go around it and then curl up and keep warm. And bigger isn't better. Sometimes smaller is better, just as long as it's dog size appropriate for that individual.
So I know we're talking long-term staying outside, but some dogs prefer the cooler weather, right? And so when do we have to think about, because with Kevin, he wants to go back out, we let him back in and he wants to go right back out even when it's freezing outside.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
How do you know when it's okay and when it's not?
So that's okay. You know, he has a coat, he's well cared for, you feed him well, but you're not going to leave him out overnight because he's an indoor dog.
Right.
You're going to bring him in, but if he's out and he's active and acting normal, that's good. How do they act when they're cold? Well, they'll shiver. I mean, that's one thing everybody would recognize. Another way is they kind of act hunched up, they move real slow, they might pick up their paws. They show all kinds of different signs that you would know something's off. And just assume it's too cold. I mean, that'd be the first thing I would assume. If it was cold outside, I'd say, wow, this pet's not doing well, let's get it inside. And some dogs, like they don't do well in the heat, they don't do well in the cold. So we want to just pay attention to that. And then if they're going to be outside, I prefer they're not. I think all of us prefer they're not. When I was a kid, they were all outside, it seemed like. But if they're going to be outside, you have to make sure that the water doesn't freeze up. There are all kinds of new tools to keep that water thawed so that it doesn't freeze up. And that's very, very important. They have to have fresh water. And if they're going to be outside, they require more calories to keep warm. So you have to feed them more. That's when I like the chunky dog. I like them a little bit heavier because it helps
like
insulate
a hibernating
them.
animal,
It is, it's true. And we feed them a little, some more calories so that they stay warm. And I don't pick on those dogs as much. I'd prefer they're inside. And I like thin indoor dogs, but it's outdoors, I'm not as picky.
What if your dog is suffering from hypothermia? What if your dog is shivering uncontrollably? Like, what do you do?
So you can do the same things that we would do. You can warm up a blanket in the dryer, and put that around them, and that'll warm them up. And if they're uncomfortable, they'll walk out of it. And but you'll find a lot of them will just cuddle up right under it. If they can get frostbite just like we can, leaving a dog in a car in the wintertime is a bad idea. We all know about the heat. They can heat up real fast. Well, they can get frostbite inside a car, and it happens every single year. So they're thin coat dogs. Just putting a sweater on them isn't enough. We think it's enough, but it's not. And they can get frostbite on the tip of their ears. We've had dogs where their toes have gotten frostbite. So we want to make sure that we keep them warm. And if they're turning the heat on, just like we do for ourselves, warming them up is the best thing to do slowly.
You talk about the feet, like putting boots on them is maybe a good idea.
It is, if they'll let you.
Okay, all right.
See my dogs, they're like walking like this. Like, I don't want anything to do with those boots.
Okay, all right.
You can't do that.
Thank you, Dr. Mike.
You're welcome.
Dr. Mike.
All right, well, for more of Dr. Mike's helpful advice for pet owners, visit him at his practice, Animal General in Cranberry Township, and watch for him as a regular contributor here to PTL. You will also find him on KDK Radio, and also don't forget his podcast. There's no excuse not to get Dr. Mike.
He never stops.